Everybody, we're gonna win today. We don't need to belabor the point. Don't look at the streak, okay? You know how I know we're gonna win today? Because we're gonna do, something we've done before. Basically something I've got some experience in. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Blue Baby obviously carries a potential negative here. By the way, we have moved the HUD offset a little bit. So things will again look a little bit foreign, like a little bit stretched out to the edges, but the general consensus, you know, obviously, if you watch me play Planet Coaster, you know I don't have much of an eye for aesthetics. I kind of feel, you know how, like, in The Matrix, Joe Pantoliano, also known as Cypher, says, I don't even see the code anymore, all I see is blondes, brunettes, redheads, etc., etc. That's like me, except I don't see, like, items, rooms, enemies. I think I just see the code. I'm like the exact inverse of Joey Pantoliano from The Matrix. You know what? Good thing my spacebar item sucks anyway. That being said, we're gonna use it, and we're gonna get nothing out of it, which is deserved. But yeah, the time has come for us to get something done here. As a character that, you know, basically whatever character we need to play in order to get something done. So I'm very happy to have the opportunity here to still have quite a lot to unlock, because Repentance is a Leviathan type beast, much like the Nebuchadnezzar from The Matrix. Dude, I've been thinking a lot about The Matrix lately. You know, like, the wrong generation? Those are those, I'm not trying to dunk on them, right? Like, I'm not trying to be the social media caricature of a man approaching middle age who, like, so I can't believe all these little 14-year-olds these days, they go crazy over the music that I don't like. When will they care about Steely Dan? I'm living in my own world here, and I'm happy with it, and you know, teenagers, they're into different things than the generation that came before them. It's the circle of life. You know, I always find it funny when people my age rag on, like, you know, Gen Z for being interested in, I don't know, like 100 Gex or BTS or something like that. I'm like, my generation made some of the worst music on planet Earth, the most popular music on planet Earth. You really... What generation do you think is responsible for Broken Side? It's us, man! You gotta act like you've been there before. Anyway. But the wrong generation is like those, teenagers who they'll, like, listen to pop punk on YouTube, and then they'll be like, man, I wish I was born in 1990 instead of 2014. Well, I guess they'd only be 7, but you get the idea. Man, I wish I was born in... you know, 1990 instead of 1997. Wait, now I'm like, hold on, then they'd be 24. You know, somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle of that is the correct answer, I suppose. My numbers are all screwed up. Either way, I kind of feel like I'm the wrong generation for The Matrix, but it's, like, super messed up because I was the generation for The Matrix. Like, I remember... where I was, my parents and I took a little road trip from my hometown to Ottawa, which is like 2 hours away, the nation's capital. And like many kind of suburban families, I'm sure, in North America, what was the purpose of the trip? Sick of going to the mall in my hometown, let's go to a larger mall in a bigger city instead. That's pretty much it, honestly, to be straight up with you. But I still had a great time, you know, watched some movies on the pay-per-view. I can't remember. I might have seen an NHL game that weekend as well. I remember I saw the Ottawa Senators against the Buffalo Sabres sometime in like 1998 or 1999. Back when Dominic Hasek was still playing. I don't know what... You know what? Let's look it up. Hold on. Holy Crown. Holy Crown Isaac. Causes a treasure room and shop to generate in the cathedral. I mean, for now, that's worth more for me. Well, no, it's not, because there's 0% chance we go that way. I was gonna say it's worth more than the poop being charged up every single time that we fight a boss, but, you know, hopefully we'll get a better spacebar item. So I don't guarantee we're going to continue on the alt path, but the alt path is one of the ways we need to unlock here, so we'll keep it going there. Anyway, long story short, we watched it on Hotel pay-per-view. You know, this must have been just after it came out of theaters and went to rental and video on demand. There used to be a period, and you know, now I'm dating myself a little bit here. Oh, my mistake. Now I'm dating myself a little bit here, but there used to be a period between, like, movies would come to theaters, and I apologize if I'm preaching to the converted here. Movies would come to theaters, and then usually 6 months after theaters, they would go to Blockbuster or Jumbo Video or Rogers Video, you know, video rental stores. It's a tough one, but I actually think Bomber Boy, if you know it's there, it's pretty good. So you'd have a 6-month window there, and usually like a year after a movie came out, it might be on the movie channels on satellite or cable. But there was a little like window between when a movie left theaters and when a movie showed up on rental, where you could only watch it in hotel pay-per-view. It was like a competitive advantage that hotels had. You would go to the hotel and you'd be like, oh my god, I can watch The Matrix? That's not even available on rental yet. Anyway, I remember being like 10 years old watching The Matrix with my parents and being like, this is, like, my mind is blown. But because the experience is so long ago, I feel like it didn't happen to me. Saved? What an incredible bomb. This is a tough one, right? Like, I genuinely feel like Chaos is not really that good, but I think we will do it. But here's my thoughts. Like, why don't we wait to... I mean, we might be able to take both for the record. I just don't want to chance it just yet. I think Chaos beats... Well, it's a tough one, right? Because the book beats the poop. But I think Chaos beats the book. So we're just gonna ignore that for now, because it makes me uncomfortable, because obviously there's such a gap in my knowledge to not know whether or not we could pick up both. And we're gonna fight the boss, get whatever the boss item is, because the pool tends to be pretty solid. Then we're gonna go back in, try to pick it up. Presumably, we will be able to pick up Chaos. Possibly after that, we will also be able... Alright, that was sick. To pick up Book of Secrets, in which case we'll carry that with us. Sorry, that was like way too convoluted, but you get the idea, probably. And if you don't know, now you know. I just don't want to use another bomb, just because, I mean, it's like too good to use syndrome, right? I need 2 bombs in order to get through to the next phase of the alt path. Obviously, I'm going to get there anyway, but... Okay, so we got a speed upgrade. Chaos probably would have been advantageous there. We're not going to peep the deal with the devil, because I think angel deals are more advantageous for us. We can pick up everything. Book of Secrets did not give us second secret room access. It would have if we had maybe given ourselves the time to get an extra charge, because no, now that I think about it, we took the... We gulped charged hairpin or whatever it's called, right? Like, that's the ticket there? Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, this run is starting to run up against it. We need to use a bomb. It's unfortunate, but it's also just science. Yep. We as of right now have not received a damage upgrade of any sort. We just need something to take us to the next level here. That being said, I hate to do this, but the chance to get a Spirit Heart is pretty valuable for me. I know we need bombs. I was talking about how we needed bombs. This might not be an alt path worthy run right now. This might be a run where we said, you know what? Like, I appreciate that we at least got the chance to choose between some items down here, but maybe this is one where we just want to go fight the beast. It gives us a little bit of a lower requirement for, you know, what we need to survive, and it gives us a little bit, maybe more time to get to a level where we need to be strong. We'll see. We'll see. That's how I'm calling it right now. Dark Bum, insanely good item. Even in its post-nerf state, seems like an incredible get. for Blue Baby, and now I'm like, never mind. We're gonna unlock everything on this run. We will beat all of the enemies, and then we're gonna go to Iowa, then we're gonna go to Connecticut, then we're gonna go to the White House. Clutch Howard Dean reference. Anyone, the wrong generation? Man, I wish I was born in 1978 so that I could vote for Howard Dean in the primaries and tell him, King, don't let your crown slip just because you... I don't know where I'm going with this, okay, but, like, it do be a reference, and that's kind of, like, the gist of, like, my entire, commentary, is just references to things that happened, like, 17 years ago. Whoa, excuse me. Anyway, how am I doing? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Very busy at the start of this week, but busy in a good way. Like lots of you know, business stuff that like I'm not gonna belabor the point on because there's so many cool I got this sponsorship for Knockout City. It's so much work to have to like stream this amazing free-to-play dodgeball game that has 100% or like 97% positive reviews on Steam. Oh, you know, I'm just saying, like, you know, it's one of those beautiful situations. It happens now and then, but it doesn't happen all the time. Where like, oh, dude, hold on, does this work? It doesn't work. Whatever. Why do we care? Now that I think about it, good. Thank God we got the Chaos card as well, right? This is still better, though. I do want to try something just to see, like... Oh, he's a genius! I can't believe it, man. But it's one of those beautiful times where I'm like, you know... It's not just Knockout City. I mean, there's a lot of, like, you know, baby-related work to be done as well. And, you know, domestic stuff, keeping everything going steady around the house, you know, taking out the garbage 25 times a day because the baby do be defecating, and all that. You know how dogs is and all that. You ever see that video, Joby? Crank that car, I'm not taking that poopy dog home. It's like 10 years old, but it's a classic. You see they sold Charlie Bit My Finger as an NFT? I made a tweet. I'm not trying to like push the tweet, okay? Like I believe in the meritocracy of Twitter. You know, if something's truly, if it speaks to the pulse of the generation, I think it gets the credit that it deserves. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't, right? But I made a tweet that said, "Go ahead and delete Charlie Bit My Finger. I already know all the words anyway." And I thought it was like a plaintive chuckle at least, but Twitter kind of slept on it. That's sitting at like, you know, 1,200 likes. That's, you know, not zero, but it's a little on the lower end. Like A Tribe Called Quest's best album had a theory about. Bro, just I'm just begging, like, it's been, we really should have just tried to kite you around the fire. I mean, I'm guilty of thinking that Little Horn is better than it is. It's fine. And we're doing this essentially for like a 10% increased chance of getting deals with the Angel in the future, which is kind of hilarious. Relative to our deal with the Devil chance, at least, it's a 10% increased chance. This is a bit spicy up here, huh? I mean, this is a really good fight for us, all things considered. Yeah. Just come over there. That is painful. That's pain. Champagne minus the sham. I don't think we went to the shop on this floor, but we're leaving anyway. We've done our part. So we'll remember, we want the Fool card. We're gonna go fight Dogma Plus, who I probably just called the Beast 10 minutes ago before the Angel deal. I gotta sneeze. Okay, there you go. What's my opinion on the Charlie Bit My Finger being sold as an NFT? You know, who cares? You haven't heard enough NFT discourse recently? Well, you're like just hungry for a little bit more NFT discourse? Literally, like, who cares, man? I'm trying. The sun is out. You know, the box is locked. It's robot fighting time. I got other stuff to worry about. Okay. And when the weather's nice, all the other guys, Don't stand a chance. You know what I'm talking about? Any Magnetic Fields fans out there? Joke's on you, I've gulped a trinket. I don't even remember what it was. I'm hoping that, you know, what is this? Fourth floor. I'm hoping fourth floor is going to be the floor that gives us a statistical improvement in our damage. I got high hopes. I would totally reroll this run. And, you know, you might think, like, oh, you would have regretted that if it was actually a reroll room? Oh, absolutely not. No, I would have been over the moon. I would have stuck to that 100%. Would have been pleased to do it. Would have been thrilled to do so, quite frankly. There we go. This is what it's all about here, man. I think, I'm guessing... Okay, that was just good Brownian motion. Did you know, by the way, that Brownian motion is predicted by the Wiener process? I'm not joking. You can go look that up for yourself on Wikipedia, which is where I do some of my best scientific sleuthing. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it, and I will also appreciate this. Thank you so much. Stitches is kind of interesting, for sure. Like, I got nothing against it, but it is, you know, I mean, okay, so what I was, we're on, like, 12 different topics here, including the Wiener process. What I was gonna say a second ago is I'm pretty sure that our luck controls, or at least influences, how often we're going to get little horn shots, which right now is, like, our only, you know, considerable and prodigious source of damage. So I'm thankful to have that. The lucky penny was very helpful there, no questions. That being said, Mr. Musings, which can't be called that for legal reasons, I guess, is a much better item overall. It's got a lot more, you know, power associated with it, no question there. I know we could use it for some, like, progressive damage here, but I'd rather save it for the chance that, like, if we get a deal with the angel, we can use it to blow up the angel statue. Although we do have a bomb. If we get a deal with the devil, we could use it to maybe get a free devil deal item, and there's no reason we wouldn't pursue a devil deal right now. What we'd actually love to see more than, like, anything else, I think, is if we could get, like, Little Chad, or something that like, Gimpy would be a great choice. Something that could generate spirit hearts or also red hearts for us, that could be used by Dark Bum. Even though it's not going to pay out, you know, as well as it used to, it would still be nice, you know? Okay, we got to deal with the devil. No sweat there. Contract from below from the boss. Pretty sick. I got to remember, thanks to Chaos, our deal with the devil is not necessarily worth squat, but that's okay. Lil Gish for free is not a negative, and it preserves our angel deal chance, which, now that I think about it, is also not worth that much now that we got Chaos. But that's fine, man. That's fine. One of these days, man. Chaos, man. I'm telling you. Anyway, yeah, so... oh, and to finish the earliest train of thought that I've left uncoupled, I think... it's nice because, like, you know, leisure time's at a premium right now, but what would I be doing if I had, like, a copious amount of leisure time? I'm gonna be honest with you, I must disclose I'm sponsored to play the game. But, Knockout City. I would be playing some more Knockout City because it's been so long. Well, first off, I think it's good, but secondly, it's been so long since I had a game where I felt like I controlled the pace whenever I'm in a lobby. That's not braggadocious. I ate a lot of broken glass to get to that point, you know? I've bottom fragged PUBG, Warzone, Apex, you know, everything. Everything, and you take, you're doing it in the public eye, you know? People are like, why would you vault there when instead you could have slid? And you're like, cause I'm playing against people that were born in the wrong generation, and their reflexes are, like, so freaking highly tuned because they got to avoid getting punch buggied every time the school bus drives by a Volkswagen Beetle. Like, it's not so easy, man. I wish it were as easy as you're making it out to be. I speak for everyone when I say get owned. Thank you, get owned. So, like, Knockout City, it's really, like, the first time, I would say, since, like, I don't know, maybe, like, 2014? Like, I remember Well, Rocket League launch was kind of in the same boat, which is why, like, by the way, I'm under no delusion that I'm like, oh, some superior level, like, Knockout City player. I think I just mostly, I'm like half decent at the game naturally, or, you know, just do it a habit or whatever. Sharp plug? Really? And then, you know, the main competitive advantage is having been able to play it a little bit during early access, well, not early access, but like influencer resin beta, which has been very good for my ego for sure, or bad if you like to see me suffer. But it's been a while, man. Like early Rocket League, we would play for hours and like literally never lose, and then people got good at the game, and then we would play for hours and like win 50% of the time the way nature intended and be like, this is BS, man. But also like Magica Wizard Wars was like that for a little bit, which is one of the reasons I was sad to see it go. Another reason is because I thought the game was genuinely a lot of fun, and it got slept on by the wider audience who was like, I want more MOBAs. And then, you know, somebody put a little spin on the MOBA formula, and they're like, no, not like that. Just like exactly like League of Legends. Like, literally just make it exactly like League of Legends. I'm gonna stick with Mr. Meeseeks, man. I mean, dude, I don't know. This is our final floor, right? Like, actually, I'm realizing now we're actually screwed. We need we need more HP. We need some actual defense. We need some offense as well. Like, I'm looking at our items, and I'm like, we got nothing, man. I mean, it's not horrible thanks to Little Horn, and, you know, our Spore tiers are doing something now as well, but, like, it's pretty bad. That was really close. I'm hopeful that maybe, like, our shop could have... I mean, if we could just... it's one of the universal truths of Isaac. The further ahead you get in the game, and the less you have, the more you need, right? So, like, it's like poker. The number of outs that you need in order to, like, possibly win gets more and more specific. So now I'm like, it's very simple. All we need to do is find restock, and then a shop with, like, spirit hearts, and also my donation machine, and then infinite bombs. And if we can just get all that... You're gonna hate this move, but I gotta do it, okay? This allows us to get in here. It's always gonna have an item. The item is the D1, which I'm not thrilled with, but I must acknowledge gives us actually the ability to succeed to the extent that I feel like we have to take it. If we find a spirit heart, we can use the D1. I know you might be like, and sharp plug. No, because I think sharp plug will cost us more than it'll give us in the spirit heart equation. I mean, we could also literally just get one tapped and die. Or two tapped and die is the alternative, I suppose. But we have an engine for possible success here, okay? Between... Just don't die right here. I don't know what these enemies do, man. Don't kill me. Come on. I did this run because I need some confidence. I need some confidence. You gotta... I'm trying to help you, man. Okay, you gotta go. Not saved. Not saved. I'm just begging you, like... If you would just find it in your heart... Oh, come on, dude. If you would just find it in your heart to give me some red hearts, even that dark bum could then turn into spirit hearts. I mean, you gotta go. That's a given. You gotta keep these guys, like, right next to one another. Like, I'm no longer asking. Bernie Sanders meme? I'm no longer asking. Please, please. I deserve it. I've done it. I've done what needs to be... You! I'm gonna become the Joker. It's that simple. I apologize for my overly exaggerated YouTuber-esque actions. But I don't also, because, you know, and I do have to acknowledge my own responsibility in this domain. Chaos probably is what has screwed us here. If you look at the fact that we've gotten, you know, deals with the angel, deals with the devil, etc., etc. Okay, hold on. Please. I know you're not going to pay. I guess we should have D1'd that. At any moment, these guys could jump and ruin your day, so just be careful, I think. Chaos has probably left us in this sorry state. But still, I mean, we're underperforming the benchmark, let's put it that way. And I don't think I've taken too much dumb damage on this run, man. I hate that. Okay, sure, here we go. It's actually... Here's some comedic timing for you, because I was just about to say, this shouldn't be too bad. Help. Just anything really would be of service. Has one of you died yet? They gotta be close, right? I'm sorry I'm getting a little quiet here. It's not melancholy, it's just fear, really. Please, this is your chance for redemption. Dark Bum, this is it. Oh my god. Okay, so what's the play? Now, we take one, we leave the other one on the ground, so that as we get charges, we actually stand a chance here. And don't take it for granted, man. I mean, like, I hope I'm not coming across as too whiny. I definitely, like, if this kind of run had happened over the course of Afterbirth Plus, you would look at it and be like, this is emblematic of the fact that there's so much item bloat in the game. No offensive items, few defensive items. How does this happen? Right? But, like, in Repentance, this doesn't happen very often. I actually, at least as of right now, my perception is it doesn't happen as often. I'm actually kind of enjoying the fact that it's a little bit spicy here and we gotta work ourselves out of the mess. That being said, if you ignore the fact that we have chaos, which you absolutely cannot do, but if you were to ignore that, we got a pretty, like, we're due, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If you ignore the fact that we took an item that completely screws up our item pools, we're due. I know that we're not really doing any damage here, by the way. I'm just trying to, like, literally put ourselves in a spot where we don't get KO'd. I almost got tagged there. Like, hey, generating as many charges as possible here is my only priority. As long as we generate charges, like, we're sitting pretty good. And we got to acknowledge as well that in, you know, Isaac, you're really only ever one mom's knife away, you know? I know that that's extremely forehead, backseating. Okay, I guess I'll just be telefragged from across the map, by something. I don't know what it was, but, you know? Duly noted. Okay. That one was totally my... I should have known that was there. I mean, it's not that bad, but... Okay, so then we come back in this room, and you don't screw it up, right? Okay, so this... Oh, yo, son of a... Thanks for the single spider. I really appreciate the fact that, like, you know, this item used to be really good, and now it's like it exists, so there's that. Sorry, I don't mean to get bitter. Like Angostura. I don't want to use my bomb there. I mean, we have to save it for a possible fool card. Okay, I mean, like, this is not bad. I'm not trying to be super salty. This is good. And we're getting closer to Beelzebub. A bomb is worth a lot. We can't really... I mean, we could buy how to jump, but it's not our play. Okay, there's our tinted skull. So no matter what, we need to do this. I'm just hoping, and I don't think it's going to be possible, but I'm hoping we're going to get another charge. Yeah. Unless we get a battery drop, we're only gonna get it. Oh, you know what? We'll get a charge on the mom fight. Please, please, please. I hate you. I hate you. Please shut up. Sure, why not? You're not gonna kill me. So thanks for the spirit heart. The right play, if we think we're gonna live, which, but if we think we're gonna live, the right play is not to use our, not to pick up that demon heart yet. The right play is to just frickin' chill. Beautiful. If we die here, we die here. Like, I'm just gonna say it. I think we did a really actually admirable job, and the game basically deserves to be in prison right now. For now, though, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. One of these days, we're gonna get off of the freaking off of this low horse and back onto our high horse. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!